The nation earned the highest amount ever in the history of the country from oil alone, the sum of $383 billion US. That is the highest amount of money that our nation has ever earned, even in a 5-year, 6-year period. That's the highest in the history of this country. Oil was selling at between $100 and $114 a barrel. That is why you ask yourself, so where are the roads? Where is the railway? Where are the projects that ought to have been done? Where is the infrastructure? When you earn the highest amount of money, in this Abuja, if the way they were throwing all the money that was earned then around, if they had even used it to complete the Abuja-Kaduna Railway, it would have been better. We had to come and complete it. It's our government that completed it. If they had used the money to complete the Abuja Light Rail, they didn't complete it. It was started years ago, 2005. We had to come and complete it. And we were earning, when we came into office, $30 a barrel with less than 1 million barrels a day sometimes. From 2 million barrels a day at $100 to $114 a barrel. Yet with all that money, $383 billion US, what happened? When we came into office, just as Ashiwaju had said, look at the number of states that were owing salaries, despite the amount of money earned. The president insisted that we must assist the states to pay those salaries. He said, and many of us will remember, that look, I have never been a businessman. I've always earned a salary in my life. Yet, I know how painful it is when a person does not get a salary. I will not allow that to happen. So we supported the states, all the states, to pay their salaries. We supported, and we did so 3 times consecutively so that they will be able to pay their salaries. Only Lagos State, I think it was only Lagos State that turned down the loan because it had enough money at the time. We have been earning 60% less than the previous government. Yet, in the past 3 years, we have spent $2.7 trillion on infrastructure, the highest in the history of the country. The highest. How can you earn less and spend more on infrastructure? If you don't steal the money, you can earn less and spend more. The simple reason is that by using the TSA, by insisting that money meant for infrastructure will go to infrastructure, President Muhammad Buhari has been able to do much more with so much less. So today, we are doing major roads in the 36 states of Nigeria. Every state has a major federal road project ongoing. We are doing the Lagos-Kano Railway. The Lagos-Kano Railway, starting from the Lagos ports all the way, we are going to complete the Ibadan leg of it by January. And then we are taking it all the way to Kano. We are doing the Warri-Alaja. In fact, we've completed the tracks for the Warri-Alaja. And right now we are doing the coaches for the Warri-Alaja rail. We are doing Mambila. Warri-Alaja, by the way, has been there for 35 years. Budget after budget. They've been doing it for the past 35 years. And yet, they never did it. Now we have completed it. Mambila Plateau, 40 years. It's been there, a project lasting 40 years. I'm sure that all of us who are close to 60 or over know we've been hearing Mambila for years and years. For the first time, Muhammad Buhari is doing that project, is putting the resources into it, and we will, by the grace of God, complete that project. When you look at all of the rail, Port Harcourt, Maiduguri, there is no country that can make progress if you do not have infrastructure, if you don't have railways, if you don't have roads, if you don't have dams of the sort that we are talking about, if you can't increase power. There's no country that can make progress. But you cannot make progress without sacrifice. And that is the lesson that Muhammadu Buhari is teaching us, that we must make some sacrifice. Look at how $383 billion was blown in 4 years. They will create an illusion that there's money. If you are throwing the money out, they will create an illusion there's money. But after that, When we came into office, 30 billion was what our external reserves was after all of that earnings. Today we are at 44 billion, despite earning 60% less. We are feeding 9.2 million children every single day in 26 states as part of our school feeding program. 9.2 million children every single day. We are giving 2 million petty traders the trader money loan. You see the way they are getting very angry about trader money. Very, very angry. Every time they talk, they just can't, they just get angry. But when you take care of the poor people, only those who are wicked and evil will complain. The trader is the bottom of the rung in our commercial value chain. Is the most hardworking. The petty trader is the most hardworking. Some of them, all their inventory is not up to 2,000 naira. I met a woman who was selling her pomo in the market here in Yanya market here. All her pomo in a bucket. I asked her, how much is this pomo? She says maybe it's about 3,000. All the pomo in the bucket, about 3,000. And then I asked her, how do you make profit? How much profit do you make? She didn't even answer me. She just pointed to another woman whose pomo was in a little bowl to show me that, look, I am a big player here, despite my 3,000. That's the kind of thing that we see. So the government decided, with the approval of Senate at the time, because these days I hear the Senate president complaining about trader money, they approved at the time. With the approval of the Senate, that we should go ahead and do this, because that's a part of our program. A very important part of our program is that we must give credit to traders, we must give credit to those who are doing small businesses, so that they can improve their businesses, so that they can employ more people, so that they also can prosper and our nation can prosper. This is the reason why we're going around doing the trader money and also what we call market money all over the country. 2 million petty traders. And we're going to continue to do so because our people deserve a better life. We're employing 500,000 graduates under the Empower program. Every month, the 500 graduates are paid. Each of them has a tablet like this. The first 200,000, they have a tablet like this. In that tablet, we have all the training materials. Training for entrepreneurship, training for farm, because some of them are teachers, some are some are extension workers in the farms, some are public health workers. All the training material for them is contained here. There was a government that tried to recruit less than 1,000 people. And we look at the tragedy that occurred. We recruited 500,000 people, 500,000. We recruited them online. Young Nigerians in every single local government. And every month, we manage the payments every month. We manage even instructions to them every month. This is the kind of thing that our country needs. We need to go the way of technology, and that's exactly where the president is taking us to. We're giving about 300,000 of the poorest Nigerians 5,000 naira every month under our conditional cash transfer. Every month they get 5,000 naira. I'm sure many of us have seen, the testimonies of these people. How is this possible? It's because Buhari is the gatekeeper. He has stopped ground corruption. That is why we are doing, with less money, we are doing 5 times more. But that is also why there's a gang up by a discredited elite against him. As you can see for yourself, there is a gang up. Anybody who doesn't see that doesn't know what's going on. There's a gang up. All of them have ganged up against this one man called Muhammadu Buhari. All of them. And they have their collaborators everywhere. They have collaborators in business, in politics, in religion, everywhere. They have ganged up against this man. They prayed for him to die. He didn't die. The man came back alive and was stronger. By the grace of the Almighty God, a 75-year-old man, strong, able, sharp in his head. I keep reminding people that it was under Buhari that the 3 refineries in Nigeria were built, that 3,500 kilometers of pipelines were built. All these people complaining today have not added a single one to those, except the one extra refinery. 3 refineries were built by him. 3,500 kilometers of pipelines were built by him when he was minister. They said the man will die, he's about to die, he's dead. The man is back. The fear of Buhari makes people desperate, even sometimes crazy. Just fearing the man. It makes some people crazy because today, they say it's now Jibrin from Sudan. If you can't discredit him, then they say he doesn't exist. His name is now Jibril. They were all alive and well when a good and true man of God, Pastor Adeboye, went to London, prayed for the day before he returned to Nigeria, and prayed for him. They were all alive and well. How will one Jibril sit in Federal Executive Council with all of the memos and all of that, engage every single memo, including the memos he is presenting? How will he consult with his ministers? I speak to him almost every day. He says, they say, but we must not assume that these people are just crazy. No, we mustn't assume that they are just crazy. No. We must go beyond that. We must recognize that their strategy is very simple. If you tell a lie often enough, after a while, people begin to believe. That is what they are trying to achieve. Buhari is not only alive and well, he will, by God's grace, live long and well after his second term in office. Let all of those who are afraid of this man, all of those who every day of their lives are looking for a way of getting rid of this man, for the simple reason that he stands between them and the National Treasury. That's the simple reason. He is the sole person standing there that this National Treasury, I will protect it with everything I have so that the money can be used for the Nigerian people and for Nigerian infrastructure and for our great nation. So let me commend all of us, members of the National Committee of the Buhari support groups. You are the vanguard of the battle for the soul of our nation. And we are going forward, we are going higher, we are going to the next level. God bless Nigeria, God bless the APC.